Are you ready to get nasty?
Are you? Are you sure you're ready for this? I wanted a pool, but now it's time to clean it. So yeah, this might get a little nasty. Today is all about these pool socks. That's how it would go if this video was sponsored, but the video is not sponsored. But I found these on Amazon and they're fantastic. Alright, so let me just bring this over here so you can see what the pool sock does. It collects all the crap that would normally go into the skimmer, but because it's like a wig cap or a pantyhose, it collects a lot more than the skimmer normally would. And I have an enclosure. I thought that would have helped, but it's not. It's not helping. But yeah, the pool socks, they go in here. Let's see how this one's doing. I think I just replaced it yesterday maybe, something like that. Yesterday or the day before? Day before. So this one's only 2 days. That's 2 days stuff. Actually, maybe I should just dump some of this out and continue using the sock. It's kind of wasteful not to. So I'm just gonna keep using the same pool sock. So the stuff that's in the pool sock's also at the bottom of the pool. So I gotta go get it with a pool vacuum that I'm gonna push manually. It's a manual vacuum because I cheaped out. Oh, the fun has only just begun. Next I have to turn off all the equipment because all that stuff I vacuumed up just went somewhere. Every time I vacuum up a dead worm, it ends up in this basket right here. I turned off all the equipment. So now that it's off, I'm gonna come over here to this thing and slowly start unscrewing it. It kind of makes me nervous because it makes a hissing noise. So I guess of all the built up pressure in there. So I just wait it out. I don't know if I have to or not. I don't have that much experience. I took care of my parents' pool for like a month and it looked pretty darn good for that whole month. So I'm a pro. There we go. It's just a bunch of rocks. Not bad. So now I'm gonna grab this thing and carry it over to where the hose is, and I'm gonna hose it off. I do this like once a week. I'm supposed to do it once a week. It's good to do it once a week. So that thing shows PSI. I think if it gets like past 15, that's usually when I clean it. But I think it's pretty good up to like 20 or 20. I don't know, I'm not an expert. I'm just gonna assume 20 because I pulled it out between 15 and 20 and it was pretty messy. So I would do it under 20. The sun's going down. It's time to add the chemicals. Well, if it needs it. It might not need it. It might be perfectly balanced. pH balanced. Alright, the night's quickly dwindling down. You gotta get this done because you're doing other things right now. So you probably shouldn't be doing this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm relatively okay. So I started with this really cheapo pool kit, which is great for testing chlorine and acids. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill the vials up to the required line. That's where it needs to be. So first up, I'm gonna squeeze in a little bit of a chlorine neutralizer into there. You probably saw a blurry bottle. I do apologize, but it is what it is. So 1 drop of that, followed by this stuff. Number 2, the red stuff. It's very technical on this channel, absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop in 5 drops of this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It cannot be less, it cannot be more, it has to be 5. I'm gonna put the cap on there and shake it all about. So now I look at the chart. This is best done against like a white piece of paper, but I'm just gonna go ahead and eyeball it, and if I don't know, you know what I do next? I open it back up, and then I take this stuff. This is for acid demand. It's like for the acid demand test. Number 3. And I go ahead and squeeze 1 drop. Now if 1 drop changes the color significantly, which I know it's gonna, yeah, there it is. See how it's changing it? Like if it goes from pink to a kind of orangey pink, I consider the acid level good enough. So next up is chlorine. Because I recently had algae and had to replace the filters after getting rid of that algae, I had to shock the pool severely. Like a lot of chlorine. So for chlorine, I'm gonna go with number 1 from this really cheap pool kit that I got. 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's turning pretty yellow pretty fast, which means there's quite a bit of chlorine in there. Where's the cap? There it is. Yeah. As I figured, it's gonna be pretty up there. That's not helping you. Let me grab the pool cover thing. See? I might not be doing this right at all. So this is just how I do it. This is not a tutorial. I'm not trying to show you how to do anything. Calcium. That's like for water hardness or something like that. I'm gonna be doing the calcium test with this fancy pen. I have to fill this up to 25 milliliters. And then I have to add 20 drops of R0010, this stuff. Okay, 20 drops. Next up, it says to do 5 drops of R0011L, which I'm guessing is the next one. 5 drops of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We gotta add more stuff. So I'm gonna be counting drops from the next bottle, which is R0012. I have no idea what the chemical is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. N. It's still not turning blue. Yeah. Oh. $24. It's turning color, you see that? It just turned blue. If I add 1 more, it's gonna be like really blue. No, it's gonna be about the same. So then I multiply that by 10 and I get 240. So it should be between 200 and 400, and it is. So why was Pinch a Penny telling me I needed like 20 pounds of calcium? Maybe I should add some, because it does seem to be on the lower range, and the max is 1,000, but ideal is 200 to 400. I'm gonna add some calcium. I'm gonna do it. hurt myself. Oh, something's happening. Ugh. Yeah, yes, the will to open this. And there's not even a scooper. You know, unless it's in here. Maybe it is in here and I just haven't found it. And I'll find it one day. But I was really hoping for something. Is this safe? Got my Ren Fair mug. I'm gonna go ahead and feed this to the pool. I don't know how much this is. They didn't provide me with anything to measure it with, which I'm really upset about. And Pinch a Penny said I should add this slowly. This says nothing about adding it slowly. It just says to add it. So I'm gonna go ahead and broadcast this across the surface of the pool, which I don't even know if you can see anymore because it's pretty dark. And that's it. Well, that's it for today. Tomorrow I get to check the levels again and see where I stand with the water hardness or calcium. I don't really understand a lot of this stuff, but I'm trying. I must break in some shoes. I hope that's okay. Ugh. But a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do, you know? It's actually pretty good, so I'm not going to do anything with that, but I'm going to test the alkalinity because I know it needs baking soda. 1 drop chlorine neutralizer, 2 drops of this stuff, which I don't know what it is, but it's purple. 1, 2. And then I take number 3. This is for the alkalinity test. I have no idea what it is. Just keep counting the drops until it turns colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 usually doesn't turn it colors. 6 is probably gonna turn it. Yep, 6 turned it a different color, which means I'm actually pretty low. I gotta add baking soda. According to the booklet that came with this, alkalinity should be between 80 and 120. Mine's 60. 6 times 10, that's how you figure that out. 6 drops times 10 is 60, so not enough. My battery's dying. So the last thing I'm gonna do is add like 6 pounds of baking soda to the skin. Maybe a little more, if I even have that much. It's about 5:30 p.m. right now. I just brushed the pool. I'm gonna add the chlorine next, and I do it right to the skimmer. So it's been about 2 days since I did all that other stuff. I'm gonna check the pool sock. Well, that's actually not too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and just dump this out. Instead of replacing the whole sock, I'm just gonna dump it. It says shock weekly, so I'm gonna go ahead and shock it. It's 1 pound for every 10,000 gallons. This pool is somewhere between 12 and 15,000, I think. I measured it, and I got 15,000, but Pinch a Penny says it's 12,000. I don't know who's right, but I measured it. So once all that goes down and it's clear, I put the basket back in. Oh, you're alive. Still alive.